What's up, what's up, what's up with it? We're back for another Am I the Asshole? This one off of the title alone is a little tricky, but we're gonna get into it. Also, before I get started, make sure you like and subscribe, share if you can, comment if you wanna. If you have a story that you'd like me to read and judge whether or not you were the asshole, you can reach out to me on TikTok, YouTube, or you can email me. I am not on Instagram, I am not on Facebook, I'm not on any of the meta apps because we don't play that over here. Mark Zuckerfuck can go thyself. Yeah, very much so. Without further ado, let's get into it.
Michelle Simone and Sydney, Yaphit on the track. Oh shit. Michelle Simone and Sydney, Yaphit on the track. Oh shit. Michelle Simone and Sydney, Yaphit on the track. Hey, what?
This one is titled, Am I the Asshole for Giving My Niece and Nephew Different Punishments for the Same Offense? So I, 19 female, took a gap year off of university after my first year for my health and also to earn some money. My aunt, 42 female, has 2 children, 11 months and 7 female, 11 male and 7 female, sorry. And she asked if I could live with them and help her as in help childcare, and she pays me for it. I accepted and have been staying with her and my husband, 43 male. Read that wrong. Girl, I was about to get... I accepted and have been staying with her and her husband, 43 male. Y'all see why I was a little confuzzled? For a few months now. Problems started because I realized that my nephew frequently picks on and bullies his younger sister, ripping the heads off her stuffies, breaking her toys, ripping her drawings, etc. This sounds like the spawn of someone that I ain't gonna mention on here for guideline reasons. He frequently makes fun of her and is overall terrible to her. I've tried multiple different times to stop it, having a heart-to-heart with him, taking away his gadgets, grounding him, etc. But the behavior stops for a week at best before he starts again. His parents are not much help because my aunt is always tired. She makes a lot from a demanding job and comes back and cleans up around the house and makes dinner. My uncle comes back from work and doesn't contribute to the house chores in any way. And when I brought up taking my nephew to therapy, he dismissed it as pseudoscience. He is very averse to therapy. All right, leaving my comments for the end. Now where the issue started is I overhear my niece and nephew fighting again, and I immediately assume he started something again and ask him to please give his sister a break. I learned that his sister was the cause of this fight this time. She poured water on his Nintendo Switch. Woo! Woo! Ass whooping! Ass whooping! Damaging it. Yes, as water does. I apologized for blaming him, as you should, and pulled her aside and asked her why she did it, as she is not the type to do that. She said that she wanted her brother to stop picking on her and she wanted to get back at him. My uncle comes home and says that I should give her the same punishment as his son, to be fair, and was angry that I only made her write an apology letter to him, instead of grounding her or taking away her tablet. I don't believe it's fair to punish her the same way for her first offense, but she said that I was picking favorites and that he could see I was biased. So, am I the asshole? It's a tough one. Just me. Alright, let's get into it. I do think you're onto something with not giving her the same offense, obviously, because that in turn minimizes the punishments that you've given to your nephew for what he's done. And I'm sure there was a build-up. I'm sure you didn't just jump right into smacking him upside his head and taking his shit because of his first offense. However, I do feel as though a conversation needs to be had with the father, because as the person who's caring for him, you would be the one to notice, hey, something's off. He's doing a lot. He may be showing out, and if the father doesn't even come home and help with the chores, I can imagine that he doesn't come home and help with the children. So if you given this suggestion and he's telling you basically, I'm not looking into that, but continue caring for my kids, I don't think he has too much to say. He needs to go in his room and go to sleep until he goes to work, if that's the routine. Honestly, I don't think you're the asshole. I think you are punishing according to who these children have already been. Now, in the event that she does something else, or she goes and pours water on his Xbox now, you should elevate the punishment because the offense has been elevated. You know, I do think that her I know the question is, am I the asshole? And obviously I'm answering that, but I also wanted to touch on the fact that I do think the son is acting out in some way. And could it be because the father isn't really active in his life? Could it be because he comes home and goes to sleep and leaves? Regardless, I believe that he's acting out and he's taking it out on his little sister. Now, I do believe that his little sister's probably fed the fuck up. Yeah, she's probably tired as hell of, like, even having to see him get punished and having to tell on him and having to ask for help. And so she took it amongst herself. And to some extent, you don't want to reward that because, again, property damage. Nintendo Switch is not cheap, and I'd have probably whooped her little ass. However, I'd have also commended her because you stood up for yourself. You didn't wait for me to come and beat him or take away his toys or tell him he's doing something wrong. I would definitely feel a bit of pride, just a tad bit of pride, if you will, for the fact that his younger sister finally decided to stand up to him. I would also use this as a lesson to tell the little boy, like, you can't just keep messing with people. You can't just keep bullying people, even if they are younger than you. At some point, they get fed up, you know what I'm saying? Overall, I don't think you're the asshole. I think the father is the asshole for, one, denying that his child needs therapy or some kind of evaluation or some kind of extra attention because he's clearly showing out. And then to come in and criticize the way in which you're handling it because you presented to him, hey, this is a little much. He might need a little bit more help than I can. Pseudoscience. Okay, so if I start whooping ass, I'm going to need you to stay in that fucking recliner that you in. Okay? All right? Until 8:30 in the morning when you go to work. All right? Okay. Overall, I don't think you're the asshole. Let me know what you guys think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm biased. You know what I'm saying? And if you have a story that you want me to judge whether or not you were the asshole, you can reach out to me. Inbox me on TikTok. You can email me. Or you can hit me up on here on YouTube. Again, if you haven't already, like and subscribe because otherwise the algorithm don't fuck with me. And I'll see you guys next time. Where's my coffee? Free Palestine, bitch!
What? This is what you call a hit. Lighthouse Project started it. LOD, they ordered it. KOD, we hard as shit. This is what you call a hit. Lighthouse Project.